For the next few hours, nothing exists except for Cleveland high school sports. Because the Quiet Brothers are here. Outlaw!
What's going on, y'all? Welcome to the Quiet Brothers Sports Show. My name is Kevin Hanley. Got my people in the building. We got the homie Eli Robinson.
What up?
Reggie Reg is out tonight. Philly Phil is out, and I guess he'll be here momentarily. I don't really know. In any event, we've been on for a couple of weeks. A lot of stuff going on. We got new NBA champions. Kawhi did it without a super team. So got the Golden State Warriors. You guys already know that, but again, we've been off for a couple of weeks. So Toronto, your new NBA champions. And NBA free agency is in full swing today. I just got back from vacation. It's nice, man. It's nice to get away, and we went to the Outer Banks. Outer Banks is always dope. Mm-hmm. You ever been down there?
Yeah. You
gotta go, man. You young, you sing. You should be going places, man. You and Gina should be out there doing the damn thing.
Yeah, but money too, man.
You know, sometimes it don't cost that much, man. You know, especially if you can drive down there and not have to fly. You can fly somewhere. You can drive somewhere like the Outer Banks or Bethany Beach or Rehoboth Beach in Delaware, Bethany Beach, Ocean City, Maryland. You can drive there in like 8 hours, man. Come on, you got it, bro. You got to look, man. Before them kids come,
Man, don't even tell I'm 32 years old, man.
Hey, man.
Kids, I don't know.
Before that happens, you better get out there and see what you want to see. I'm talking about money now. Go out there and see what you want to see, man. You got to get out there. Outer Banks is dope, man. It's nice to go out there, just sit on the beach, go do a little sightseeing, hang out, go to the water, do a couple dolphin, do a dolphin cruise, go out see some dolphins in the bay, all that kind of stuff, man. It's nice, man. It's nice to do that. Get away, get yourself you can go rent a nice house by the beach. Just sitting there.
How much you talking about a nice house by the beach?
Well, it depends on what size you. The house we were in, we went with another couple that we usually go with and two other friends. That house slept 16 people.
Wow.
So we paid more than we usually pay. Let's put it like that.
Okay.
But there are houses that are much smaller. If it's only going to be you and Gino or you and a couple other people or whatever that you can get that are probably more closer towards, because where we stayed in the Outer Banks, we stayed in a little town called Southern Shores. Mm-hmm. There's a bunch of towns as you go down the road, as you're going through the Outer Banks, there's a bunch of towns. There's Kill Devil, there's Nags Head, there's Kill Devil Hills, there's Duck, there's Southern Shores, there's Corolla. It's spelled like Corolla, but if they say Corolla. There's a few. There's a few towns as you go down the whole banks.
Okay.
Most of those smaller houses are probably more up towards like Kill Devil Hills and Nags Head, but that's where a lot of stuff is. You know, when you get down where we were at Southern Shores, around like Duck and stuff like that, there are some things to do down there. There's always souvenir shops. They call them Wings or Super Wings, Sensations. There's always souvenir shops, but you know, most of your grocery stores and stuff like that are up towards Nags Head, Kill Devil Hills. So, and that's where the smaller houses are. But you're close to the beach. You get a hotel close to the beach. You and Gina got to get moving, man. Go do some, you know, some fairly inexpensive trips, man. Go out there and get some stuff while you're still young and single, man, or semi-single, I guess. So it was nice to the only thing is we had to drive all the way through to get down there and all the way through to get back, which sucks. Yeah, it sucked to drive.
Y'all went straight through West Virginia and Virginia.
Yeah, well, going down there, the way that the thing took us, like we went down through Pennsylvania, and it took us like across Pennsylvania and then down through like D.C. area.
Really?
Yeah, it was weird. Then into Virginia, Hampton, and all that kind of stuff into Virginia and all that. So we went that way, which is kind of weird. And then we came a different way coming back, which still took us through Virginia.
Now, where is the Outer Banks?
It's in North Carolina. So it's
that's an unusual route.
It is. It is. It was kind of unusual. We coming back. You really can go. If you really want to do, you can go 77. Take that all the way south to get to Interstate 64, and then take 64 east, and that'll get you all the way over into North Carolina.
Usually, when we going through North Carolina, we usually hit past Marietta and Ohio River.
Yep, the 64.
There,
yep, that'll take you 77, 64 will take you right past Marietta and through that. So the way we went down there, we went by Charlottesville, right? And somehow we were looking for a Speedway because Speedway sells this coffee that me and my wife both like. So we were looking for a Speedway, and somehow we ended up in Colonial Williamsburg. I don't know how that happened. We ended up in Colonial Williamsburg at like 5 a.m. We were in Colonial Williamsburg, and I don't know exactly how that happened because we left. Number one, we were supposed to get a rental car. And so I get to Hertz. Yeah, I left work. I'm flying because I got out of work late. I'm flying to get to Hertz to get the rental car. I get to Hertz. Now, my wife paid for the rental car with her credit card. And we get to Hertz, and the guy at Hertz like, I need the car that was paid for with. So my wife's not there. They close at 6. It's already 6. He gives me this bull BS story about how he's got to go pick up his aunt from the airport, yada, yada, yada. So he can't wait 15 minutes for my wife to get there and all that kind of stuff because he needed her card. So he ended up not even getting a rental car. Had to take my wife's van. Had to get the oil change on last second notice. Had to take my wife's van down there.
Damn.
Yeah, and it hurts. I'm still waiting for that money. All right? You're supposed to be reimbursing the money. So we did all that. So then we got to come home. I just got off work. I was tired. But I come home, load the van up, get on the road, drive straight through. Got to the house in the Outer Banks at around 10 o'clock that Saturday morning. We got this. We left it around 6 or so. And got to around 10 o'clock that Saturday morning. Because it stops and stuff like that.
Right.
So we did that. And then once we got to the house, I took like a 2-hour nap, and then we was up and at it, man. We was going, and so the whole week was kind of crazy. We was trying to pack as much in as we could in a week, and then it had the same thing come back. Got sideswiped on the way back by some idiot on 77, right past Fairlawn, where 77 goes from 3 lanes to 2 lanes, and this idiot tried to fly past me on the left hand side when the lane was merging and ended up hitting us. So I had that. It's just crazy, but in all good vacation. Come on, man, you need to get out there and do some stuff. All right, so we talked about we just hit on a little bit because you guys already know the Toronto Raptors winning the NBA championship. Now free agency is in full swing, and the big news, it looks like we're going to have a super team in Brooklyn. Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and DeAndre Jordan all expected to sign with the Brooklyn Nets. I'm not mad at it. Not mad at it at all. Weakens the Warriors a little bit. Although I think Clay either did or is expected to resign.
Yeah, he is expected to resign the 5-year, $194 million supermax deal. I believe it's $194 million, but don't quote me on that.
No, I wonder what it was. I'm wondering what it was about Brooklyn that Kevin Durant's like, okay, I think I want to go here.
Kyrie?
Kyrie. That's going to be an interesting combination, Kyrie and Kevin Durant. And DeAndre Jordan, I've only been impressed with DeAndre Jordan's ability to dunk. Anything else with DeAndre Jordan, I'm like,
He's a good shot blocker.
Yeah, he can block shots. He's terrible at the free throw line, if I'm not mistaken. And other than that, he can't really do too much.
But if you look at the Brooklyn Nets situation right now, they're not you still got a serviceable point guard to back up Kyrie, Spencer Dinwiddie. Then you got Joe Harris that was shooting lights out last year. Great sharpshooter. Then you got Lavelle Levert, plays for him. I think Hollins Jefferson, he still plays for the Brooklyn Nets. I think he's a power forward / small forward.
Okay.
So you got some good pieces.
So you got some
there.
pieces around
Yeah.
him. All right. So you got some pieces around him. That's good. That's good. And I believe that for Kyrie to get there, it's going to be a sign and trade between the Celtics and Nets and Hornets, I think.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Terry Rozier is expected to go to the Hornets on
Hornets.
a 3-year, $58 million deal. Not a bad move for the Hornets, actually.
Not a bad move for the Celtics. They get an
Kemba
all-star in
Walker.
Kemba Walker.
And as a Cavs fan, I'm just like,
I mean, the Celtics, they don't miss a beat. The only thing that they lost is Al Horford because he didn't, opt into his contract.
yeah, but,
Al Horford is getting
Yeah,
older and
right,
everything. You still
right.
got Jason Tatum. You still got Jaylen Brown. So you still got some good integral pieces around in the Boston Celtics.
So Kyrie's going to sign a 4-year, $141 million contract with the Nets. And players can officially start doing this on July the 6th.
Right.
I mean, it got bad.
This just
For-
in, a little breaking news. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Tobias Harris gets a $180 million deal from 76ers. 5
Whoa.
years, $180 million deal.
Huh?
Sure did.
Tobias Harris?
Yep.
Come on.
That means Jimmy Butler is out.
It's got to be gone. So Jimmy Butler to the Heat.
Yep.
They gave Tobias Harris $180 million.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Tobias. I might have to look at his number because a max deal for Tobias Harris.
Mm-hmm.
Man, come on, Philly. That is crazy to me. I honestly can't believe that. I can't believe that. I really can't.
So in Philly, he averaged in 2018 18 points a game. Field goal percentage is 46.9. Rebounds 7.9. Assists is 2.9.
Stop it, Philly. Philly, you overreact. You're reaching, Philly. That's a panic move.
Yeah, it was. It was definitely.
$180 million for Tobias Harris.
Sure did.
I mean, I just don't. I don't get that at all. I don't get that. I'm seeing it. I'm looking at this. I'm reading the story now. Wow, that is crazy. I mean, I guess there was no one else out there to bring in, but geez, $180 million.
That's a lot for a player like Tobias Harris.
Whoa,
That's like that. That's actually the supermax. 5 years, $180 million. That's the super. Well, not the supermax, but a little under the supermax, like $10 million under.
But now they got Tobias Harris, Ben Simmons,
Joel
Joel
Embiid.
Embiid.
That's
They don't
it.
have J.J. Redick anymore.
No, that's it.
He signed with New Orleans,
Yep.
which is interesting. New Orleans is going to be, hey, man, I'm telling you, with Zion and everything that they
Not just Zion obviously is the bigger piece, but they still have Drew Holiday, Lonzo Ball.
and they got DeAndre Hunter, right, from that fourth pick. Who did they give that fourth pick? Did they trade? No, they traded.
They traded that fourth pick to the Atlanta Hawks.
Oh, who they get? I can't remember who they got.
Because that was part. Remember, that was part of the Anthony Davis deal.
Yeah, I don't remember who. Cause they got somebody. Let me see who I can find out. I don't remember who they. Cause I know they traded that fourth pick. Who they get back for that? Hold on. All right, so they gave J.J. Redick a 2-year, $26 million deal.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to see who they got for that. They got Zion. Who else did they get?
Because they went. Let's see.
I'm just trying to see who they signed. R.J. Barrett is who they got. No.
R.J. Barrett with
He's
the
with the
New York.
Knicks.
With the Knicks.
I don't. They got somebody. I can't remember who they got for that number 4 pick.
I'll find out for you.
Yeah, I can't remember who they got for that number 4 pick. But I think New Orleans is going to be really, really nice. Are they going to be a threat to the Warriors? No. But I think they're going to be really nice. I really do. And I'll say this. As far as Kevin Durant going to Brooklyn, I honestly wonder if Kevin Durant would have come to the East if LeBron was still in the East.
I don't think so.
Like I wonder if LeBron was still in the Eastern Conference, would Kevin Durant come here, even if he was teaming up with Kyrie Irving? I have to wonder would he have stayed and go. Maybe he wouldn't have stayed in Golden State, but maybe he'd have stayed out west. But now in the East, really Brooklyn has to be the favorite. They get KD and Kyrie. Brooklyn has to be the favorite. And how are you feeling right now if you're a Knicks fan? You got to be so sick, man. They can't get anybody to come play for the Knicks. Nobody wants to be there because management is so terrible. Nobody wants to be a Knick. I mean, R.J. Barrett is there. Now you got R.J. Barrett. But really, after R.J. Barrett, who else do you have in New York?
Kevin Knox.
Yeah, okay. I guess. You know what I mean? Like, let me see. Let me take a look here because R.J. Barrett might be like the guy on the squad. They were 33 and they were 17 and 65 last year. The Knicks were 5th in the Atlantic Division.
Well, to go back to who New Orleans picked up in that deal, I don't think they picked anybody in the top 10 except for Zion Williamson. Because though they traded the pick over to the Los Angeles Lakers.
Oh, that's right. They got Lonzo and all those guys.
Right. They got Lonzo and everything.
Okay.
So, the Lakers didn't even pick. The Lakers actually picked for Atlanta because Atlanta moved up to 4 to get DeAndre Hunter.
Man, I mean the Pelicans got Zion and Lonzo and Ingram and Julius Randle and. Hey, I'm just saying, man.
I'm gonna tell you like this: the Atlanta Hawks, they got a good squad too because they got Cam Reddish, DeAndre Hunter, and Trae Young.
Oh, Trae Young, eh?
Come on, yeah, okay.
All right, so let's look at the Knicks roster here. So they got Kadeem Allen, R.J. Barrett, Ignas Brazdeikis, Damian Dotson, Henry Ellington, Billy Garnett Jr., Mario Hezonja, Isaiah Hicks, John Jenkins. They had DeAndre Jordan, but I guess he's going to sign with Brooklyn now. Kevin Knox, Luke Cornett, Emmanuel Mudiay, Frank Ntilikina, whoever that is, Mitchell Robinson, Alonzo Trier, and Noah Vonleh. Ugh.
That's a crap.
That's bad.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
That's bad. But that's the Knicks. Nobody wants to come there and play there.
That's James Dolan for you.
Nobody wants to come there and play for the Knicks.
That's James Dolan.
Yeah, I can't blame them. Honestly, only Knicks fans thought that Kevin Durant was really going to go to the Knicks. They even posted a video on Twitter earlier today with Kevin Durant saying, I'll never play for the Knicks. Why? Because the Knicks stink. That's why. So why would he want to go there? He wants to go somewhere where he's going to... And Brooklyn was kind of up and coming last year. Due in large part to D'Angelo Russell.
Right, exactly.
Who I believe is on the verge of maybe signing with the Timberwolves. So it's going to be interesting in the East.
They said Kawhi Leonard is talking to Magic Johnson.
I for the life of me, if I'm Kawhi Leonard, I'm not signing with the Lakers. For what? I just won a championship where I was the alpha male. I was the man on the squad. I just won a championship without a super team. Now, why would I want to go and be maybe the third cog between LeBron James and Anthony Davis? For what? If you can go to LA, man, go to the Clippers. You just won a championship with Toronto.
Wow. I'm reading the article right now. Here's the reason why the Knicks didn't offer KD the max. The Knicks and owner James Dolan were not prepared to offer Kevin Durant a full max contract due to concerns over his recovery for his Achilles injury.
The Knicks are so stupid.
League sources tell me Knicks officials are in Los Angeles tonight meeting with free agents such as Julius Randle. Okay, I mean...
Julius, don't do it, Julius. Stay in New Orleans, Julius.
Stay in New Orleans.
Don't do it. Stay in New Orleans. If I'm a player, I'm staying as far away from the Knicks as humanly possible.
Exactly.
I want no part of that franchise at all. You were concerned? Really?
Let me tell you something about Achilles. And yes, it takes time to heal. But if you're like a big guy, yes, it takes time for you to heal. But if you're a type of player like Kevin Durant, small, well, now he's not small, but tall and slender and everything, the injury, it speeds up the process because of the weight and everything, the body fat.
That, you know what, to me that's a smokescreen. That's an easy cop out for the Knicks to say, oh, we were concerned about the Achilles, so we didn't want to give him a max contract. It's Kevin Durant.
Yeah, Brooklyn didn't have a problem with that.
No, and now the Knicks are going to regret it because now he's going to be lighting up New York for the Nets, not the Knicks.
Right.
And they're going to regret it. That's a cop out by the Knicks. The Knicks ownership is incompetent. Incompetent.
If I was R.J. Barrett, I would be looking around like I would be scared as hell.
Who else is he going to play with?
Who's going to play with?
They're going to be 17-65 again.
And I guarantee you, in 4 years, if R.J. Barrett becomes an all-star, in 4 years after that rookie deal, expires, he's going to be looking to go somewhere else.
I mean, unless somehow they get better, yeah. I don't know how they're going to do that, but if they can somehow get the pieces around him that he needs.
I think they learned a lesson with Carmelo Anthony and all those big time names. Remember they offered Amari Stoudemire $100 million for 4 years.
Yep.
I think they kind of tailing back on the max players now because when they sign with New York, they don't pan out.
This is Kevin Durant. Honestly, I think he'll come back just fine. Listen, man, this is not 1989. It's 2019. An Achilles injury, while it's still a serious injury with sports technology and sports medicine, as long as you take the proper amount of time, you'll come back 100% from an Achilles injury. Look at Carson Wentz with his knee. Out there moving around like he used to with no brace. That's sports medicine nowadays. You were worried? You really, New York? That's the reason? That to me, that's a cop out.
It is.
I don't think the Knicks ever stood a chance. I know there are a lot of reports out there, but I don't think the Knicks ever stood a chance.
I believe they had the cap space too.
Oh yeah, they had the cap space, absolutely. But they just didn't stand a chance of signing Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant didn't want to go there. Yes. Can you blame Kevin Durant for not wanting to go?
No, and I bet Spike Lee is crying in
Julius,
his pillow.
Don't do it, Julius. Don't go to the Knicks.
If I was Spike Lee, I would sell my damn season tickets.
No, Spike. I respect Spike's loyalty, man. Spike is loyal almost to a fault, but I respect it. I can't sit here and I'm not gonna sit here and act like he shouldn't have done it. I mean that Spike Lee's not. No, Spike Lee is a loyal fan, and I respect that. I respect loyalty.
To watch that crap, they got no names on their roster, Kev.
I know.
The only name they have is what? Dennis Smith Jr. and
they don't even have him. He ain't on that roster. He
wow.
wasn't in that roster that I read down. There wasn't no Dennis Smith Jr. Noah Vonleh is okay. R.J. Barrett's probably going to be the best player on the team.
What if R.J. Barrett turns out to be a bust?
Then that's par for the course for the Knicks. Par for the course. I don't think he will, but that'd be par for the course for them. Because they're the Knicks. Their whole organization is from the top down is incompetent. The whole organization. That's why Kristaps wanted out. That's why Kevin Durant was never going to go there. They messed up when they brought in Carmelo Anthony years ago and gave Carmelo all that money. The Knicks have been terrible for a long time. That's probably not going to change anytime soon. All right, let's go ahead and take our first break. We'll do that. We'll come back. We'll talk more NBA free agency. May get into some NFL, and we'll talk some baseball All-Star games coming up. So we'll discuss that as well. So we got some things on the table. I've been off for a couple of weeks, just trying to get back at it. So let's take a break. Eli, what's the name of the song?
Name of the song is called Black Rose by KM Beats. This is the Quad Brothers Sports Show on One Unit Media Network.
Yep.
Purchase your tracks today. Purchase your tracks today. Purchase your tracks today.
Welcome back to the show. So some interesting signings out there in NBA free agency. I like that Pelicans and JJ Redick deal, 2 years, $26.5 million. Although I feel like JJ Redick could have got more than 2 years, $26.5 million. I wonder what the Lakers would have paid for JJ Redick. You got to get shooters around LeBron, man. Harrison Barnes and the Kings, 4 years, $85 million.
Yeah, go get that bag, man.
Hey, I'm not mad at it. Honestly, I think Sacramento is going to be a young and up-and-coming squad next year. I really do. I think the Sacramento Kings are going to make some noise next year.
You know, DeMarcus Cousins is still left out there.
And Golden State, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I think the Golden State, they're going to be all right. Dame Dollar. 4-year, $196 million Supermax deal with the Blazers.
Yeah, you really going after. You're really getting that bag.
Hey, man.
I wonder what CJ gonna get.
Not that much, but he'll get paid. He needs to get paid.
The Knicks still have $80 million in cap space.
Oh my God. No one wants to come to play for the Knicks. Why would you? The Knicks are probably the most incompetent organization in all of pro sports. Why would you want to go and play there if you didn't have to? if that was the only team out there that was asking you to come, I could see it. I'd take a pay cut to avoid going to play for the Knicks.
Oh wow! Look at this. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No,
Again.
go ahead.
Woj just reported they have, I guess, in Atlanta has traded for Blazers have traded for Kent Bazemore as protection in case the Blazers lost Hood in free agency. Now Rodney Hood returns on a 2-year, $60 million deal.
60 or 16?
16.
Oh, okay. If you said 60, I'd have been like, what in the... Well, that's not bad, though, because Kent Bazemore is a nice, solid player. Solid player that can come off the bench and give you some... and will definitely play defense for you. And can give you some good shots, too. So that's not a bad pickup for the Blazers.
I mean, the Unicorn just got a 5-year, $158 max deal from the Mavs. That's going to be a nice team.
Him and Luka?
Yeah.
That'll be a nice dynamic duo right there. And I'm cool with Portland giving Dame that supermax deal. He's got 2 years and $61 million left on his current deal. And this will keep him in Portland through the 2024-2025 season. So I'm not mad at it. Dame was drafted 6th overall by Portland in 2012. God, was that 2012? Man, he been in the league that much?
Yeah.
So let me just switch gears a little bit. Now we got this. We got, of course, Anthony Davis going to the Lakers. I like the move. I like it, and I think Bron loves it. Honestly, I think Bron's going to have a nice season next year. I think Bron's going to have a bounce back, if you will, season. Hard to bounce back from 27-8-8. It's, But I bet the Lakers will be in the playoffs next year. They need to get some shooters around LeBron, though. That's why J.R. Smith is rumored to go there. That's why Kyle Korver they already went. Like Smith and I think it's rumored that Korver and J.R. Smith are going to go there. You need shooters around LeBron. That's how the Cavs did it. You need shooters around that guy. But with him and AD, man, I mean, I'm not going to say the power shifts in the West, but the gap is closed between the Lakers and the Warriors, for sure. But you still got teams out there like Portland. If they get D'Angelo Russell, Minnesota, Utah just signed Bogdanovic. They signed that. They signed him. Ricky Rubio went to the Suns.
I don't know why. I mean, maybe he can throw lobs. I mean, he's good at passing, throwing lobs to Aiden.
I mean, Ricky Rubio's a solid point guard. I'm not trying to discredit him, but I don't get that.
They got
either.
Devin Booker though.
Right, they got Devin Booker. Yeah, absolutely. So if you have Rubio dishing to Booker or dishing to Aiden, that might not be bad. Rubio, Booker, and Aiden will probably be the big three on that squad. But if I'm LeBron and the Lakers, I mean, if you can get Kawhi, fine. But if I'm Kawhi, why would I go there? Why would I go to the Lakers? To possibly be third fiddle to those two? Why would I do that? I hope he either stays in Toronto or maybe goes to like the Clippers or something. Because him going to the Lakers is like, oh, okay. The Knicks have $80 million in cap space.
$80 million.
And probably won't get anybody of any consequence to come there. Seriously, Julius Randle, don't even do it. I would say far away from there. I mean, there's some teams that kind of like. So like the Pacers, man, the Pacers made a nice move. They got Malcolm Brogdon from the Bucks for a first-round pick and 2 future second-round picks, and then Brogdon signed a 4-year, $85 million deal. I can't say that I'm really mad at that. I'm just trying to look and see some of these other deals. Here's one that's kind of intriguing to me. Terrence Ross agreeing to a 4-year, $54 million deal with the Magic.
Good. Stay there. Stay there. stay there because that team, I like that team with
Orlando.
Aaron Gordon and Markelle Fultz can actually find his shot. He can be a force to be reckoned with.
And let's see, Gerald Green is returning to the Rockets on a 1-year deal.
Yeah.
The Sixers have started discussions with Rich Paul on an extension for Ben Simmons. Jordan Clarkson is now with Clutch Sports too. Jordan Clarkson just left his agency. Right. Now he's with Clutch Sports. Jonas Valanciunas agreed to a 3-year, $45 million deal to return to Memphis. Here's what I like. D Rose going to the Pistons, 2 years, $15 million. I think that's a good move for D Rose. I like that move.
Yeah, but the only thing is, Pistons got Reggie Jackson.
Take a drink, sorry. This is true. But I think Derrick Rose can help you. If anything else, Derrick Rose can come off the bench.
Yeah, but that's not gonna. They were in what? They were in playoffs last year.
Pistons weren't. No.
Okay. All right. Well,
they could be with Derrick Rose though.
Yeah, but it doesn't put them over the top though.
Oh no. The Pistons have a way to go to be put over the top of anything. They might not even win the division, especially with the Pacers getting Malcolm Brogdon, and you still got Milwaukee in the division. They might not even win the division. So no, they're not over the top. But it's a nice pickup for them. I mean, Derrick Rose came back and played phenomenal last year. It's a nice pickup for the Pistons. Chris Middleton agrees to a 5-year, $178 million deal with the Bucks. Kemba to the Celtics.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
With Chris Middleton, that big of a deal. Yes, he was balling out, but
look, Tobias Harris just got $180 million. So.
Yeah, but I mean, you get these guys these $100 million deals. You got to show up, then, man.
Yeah, and we're gonna see who's gonna show up and who's not. Tobias Harris better ball out in Philly, or they will let him have it. At least the fans will. I don't know about the team, but the fans will. He better ball out in Philly. Chris Middleton, would I give him $178 million? I wouldn't have, but that's just me. I guess I'm not. I'm not mad, or I'm kind of indifferent on it. It's like, okay, whatever.
I wonder how much money is Giannis going to command when he
a whole lot, a whole lot.
Looking at 200.
Whatever Supermax is for him, that's what he'll ask for. And
because every year the salary cap goes up.
Mm-hmm.
It goes up every single year.
Whatever the Supermax deal would be for him, he should ask for that, and the Milwaukee Bucks should pay it. You're the Milwaukee Bucks, right? Like, seriously. There ain't too many other stars there. Christian Yelich with the Brewers, and that's it. I mean, if you're in Milwaukee, you probably root for the Packers because there's no football team for Milwaukee. There's no hockey team. You probably root. Well, no, there's not even a hockey team that you can root for. Not a pro team. So yeah, I mean, if you want to stay relevant, you'll sign Giannis to whatever he wants, and I'm sure when that time comes, the Bucks will do that. Well, then Brook Lopez is returning to the Bucks. 4 years, $52 million. I mean, not bad moves. Not bad moves. Nothing that I'm like, oh, the only one that I'm like, why did that happen? How did that happen is Tobias Harris. That's really the only one. Other than that, I'm like, it is what it is. I mean, the KD, going to, KD going to the Nets. That's pretty surprising. Wow, the Knicks signed Julius Randle.
Oh my
Julius,
God!
Why, Julius? Why? Why would you do? Why would he go to the Knicks? I don't get. 3 years, $63 million.
Oh my God!
Wow. Here's my thing. If I'm Julius Randle, I'm like, I mean, unless they were planning on saying, okay, Zion's going to come in and take your spot, then I guess you go because you got to go because you want to keep playing, you want to keep starting, because he's going to start in New York. other than that, I mean, if they were going to have it where him and Zion didn't have to play the same position, why would you leave? Okay, but you know what? David Griffin ain't worried. I'm sure David Griffin just makes something else happen. We should have never let David Griffin go.
Well, blame Dan Gilbert for that.
Why are we trying to make Colin Sexton the sixth man around here? Why are we trying to do that? Kid averaged 17 points a game last season as a rookie. Why are we trying to make him the sixth man? What point guard do we have that's better than him? Are they saying this Garland kid is going to be the starting point guard?
Yeah.
Okay.
They might move Colin to the shooting guard though, make it like a Damian Lillard and C.J. McCollum deal.
Why not, man? Experiment with it, play around a little bit, but don't make him the sixth man. What, are you crazy?
Because Colin Sexton, I agree. He doesn't belong on the bench or whatnot, but he needs to be in the starting rotation.
Yes,
he can play off the ball. He's not a point guard. He's a shooting guard. He can create shots for himself and everything. So
and he's not a bum, guard. Reggie Logan. They want to make Colin Sexton the sixth man. Okay. You took him 8th overall, and the next season, after he's averaged 17 points a game as a rookie, you want to make him 6th man? What the hell is wrong with this team, man? Seriously, sometimes this team irritates me so bad. They irritate me. They get on my damn nerves. Who's calling the shots on this? The 6th man? Okay.
You know that deal with Tobias Harris? It's no player option on that deal.
I mean, whatever. You got to give me $180 million. I'll waive that. I'll waive that. I don't mind staying. I'll stay in Philly for 5 years. For $180 million, I'll stay there. I'll stay in Philly. Yep, absolutely. Huh? No player option? Okay, cool. We can waive that. I'm still shocked that Randall landed in New York. I'm shocked about that. Totally shocked. Again, unless it's already, been decided that Zion was going to take his spot, then yeah.
Philly just signed Mike Scott for a 2-year, $9.8 million deal. What did he freaking do?
Who?
Mike Scott.
Signed with the Cavs?
No. He signed with the 76ers.
Oh my Lord. Well, okay. Mike Scott was kind of one of those. Mike Scott, from what I saw from him from Philly, was almost like when Tristan first came here, or that 2016 type deal when Tristan was like that high energy dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's kind of what I saw from Mike Scott. So I mean, okay, I guess. Okay. I've only been impressed by, not really impressed. There's only a few moves that made me scratch my head. That Julius Randle one makes me scratch my head.
And Tobias Harris.
Tobias Harris, yeah. But other than that, I think everything else is pretty much par for the course. New Orleans will be fine without Julius Randle. Julius, you're making a big mistake, bro. I would not be going to the Knicks. But maybe no one else will offer them the money. Got to go where they're going to pay you. So you go to the Knicks. I wouldn't, but that's just me. So, the All-Star break is coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Frankie will be on the All-Star team as a reserve, I believe.
Right.
I don't know. I mean, I guess he should. I mean, part of me is like, yeah, you got to earn your starting spot. But like, look, it's in Cleveland, man. Come on, Frankie's there as a reserve. Shouldn't he be? Frankie should be starting.
Well, you know why he's a reserve, right?
No,
because of that injury. He started late. And
everything.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's why he's a reserve.
Okay, all right, okay, that makes more sense then. That makes more sense. Honestly, I can't get excited about anything this Indians team is doing right now. I can't get excited about anything.
I mean, you can't get excited. I mean, they went to Baltimore. They got blown out twice on Friday and Saturday. I mean, they beat them today 2-0. But I mean, you lose to Baltimore 13-0. Baltimore's nothing.
13-0.
And then they came back again on Saturday, and Baltimore beat them again 13-0.
I mean, seriously. I can't get excited about anything with the Indians this year.
And Clevenger, he just got rocked. He only had, 2 innings he pitched?
It's ridiculous.
I'll tell you what, that Bobby Bradley kid, he's going to be something special. Bobby Bradley's going to be something special.
I believe it when I see it.
There's another kid in the minor leagues, Daniel Johnson. He's a center fielder. He's going to be something special. So, I mean, this year it's a lost cause. I mean, you might compete for the wild card, might not. I mean, it's just
I need to see these kids
cause.
do something special before I just come out and say, yeah, I think they're gonna be. I need to see it. I have to see it.
Well, I mean, he had a great average in Columbus, hitting 20 home runs, hitting the cover off the ball. Came up, had his first at bat, double.
And we are currently 8.5 behind the Twins, heading into the All-Star break. 8.5 behind.
Well, that's the thing about the American League Central. It's like every year there's one team in there that rises up and takes the brass ring. 1 year was Detroit Tigers, next year was the Chicago White Sox, next year was the Kansas City Royals. Went back to Cleveland again. It was Cleveland again. Now it's the Minnesota Twins.
The Royals are horrible right now.
Yeah, the Royals. Yeah, they're terrible.
Royals are horrible.
I'm surprised.
So are the Orioles.
I'm surprised the Royals aren't in selling mode at the trading deadline.
I see Tampa Bay has fallen off. They were only a couple of games behind the Yankees. They're now 7 back of the Yankees. I'm trying to see what the closest division race at the moment is in the NL Central, with the Brewers and Cubs tied for the division lead, and the Cardinals. The in the NL Central, the biggest lead for the division is 5.5. Cincinnati's in last in the division. They're only 5.5 out of first. That's probably the most competitive division in baseball. The Dodgers are leading the NL West, with the Rockies, Padres, and Diamondbacks are like, the Rockies are 12 back. The Padres are 13 back. The Diamondbacks are 14 back. That didn't know Central.
What happened to the Padres?
I don't know.
They got Manny Machado and.
It goes to show you, man.
Wow. Well, the Phillies aren't disappointing either.
No, the Phillies. What are they doing? Well, they're actually 6 back of the Braves. Braves were leading that division. Phillies were 6 back, 44-40. So we'll see. I'm looking at the standings, and I'm looking at the Indians, and I'm like, okay. I wanted to see. I wanted to actually look and see if I could find the All-Star rosters. Because I was trying to look and see what that was, see if we could find that.
Yeah, I'll find it for you.
Yeah, we'll find that. Because I like to see who else is on that squad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Frankie's a reserve, and I get it, he was injured, but I like to see who's on that squad. The game's here. He's our best player.
All right, so for the American League starters, you got Gary Sanchez as the catcher, Carlos Santana first base, DJ LeMahieu second base, Jorge Polanco, Alex Bregman, Mike Trout, George Springer, and Michael Brantley made the All-Star team.
Wow. Oh, nice. Thanks for showing up, Mike.
And then you got the All-Star, you got the reserves. You got James McCann from the Chicago White Sox, Jose Abreu from the White Sox, Tommy La Stella from the Angels, Frankie Lindor, Matt Chapman from the Athletics, Mookie Betts, Austin Meadows from the Rays, Joey Gallo from the Rangers, and Whit Merrifield from the Royals. Designated hitter will be the J.D. Martinez from the Red Sox, and another designated hitter is Daniel Vogelbach from the Mariners.
All right, not too bad.
I
Not too
mean,
bad of a roster.
the pitching, starting pitching is good for the American League. Justin Verlander, Garrett Cole, Lucas Giolito, Mike Minor from the Rangers, Jake Odorizzi from the Twins, Marcus Stroman from the Blue Jays, John Means from the Orioles, Charlie Morton from the Rays, Ryan Presley from the Astros, Shane Green from the Tigers, Brad Hand got the nod too from the Tribe, and Aroldis Chapman from the Yankees.
I like Aroldis Chapman. Throws hard. Throws really hard.
And as far as your national, now in the National League, they're pretty stacked in the National League. For the starters, you got Wilson Contreras from the Chicago Cubs. You got Freddie Freeman from the Atlanta Braves. Keto Marte from the Arizona Diamondbacks. Javier Baez from the Chicago Cubs. Nolan Ariana from the Colorado Rockies. Christian Yelich. Cody Bellinger. And Ronald Acuna.
Okay. All right.
But you got a lot of youngsters as far as reserves in the National League. Like Josh Bell, I've heard about this kid. This kid is pretty good.
I like that Acuna kid for the Braves too.
I like Pete Alonso from the Mets. He is tearing the cover off that ball.
Yep.
Trevor Story, my favorite. Chris Bryant from the Cubs. David Dahl from the Rockies. Charlie Blackmon from the Rockies. Paul DeJong from the Cardinals. And Jeff McNeil from the Mets.
Okay, so it should be a good game. Should be a really good game. Should be a really good game. It's going to be interesting. Obviously, home field in the World Series is going to be on the line. Which, I mean, okay. I'm still not really down with that. I always thought that, best record should be home field in the World Series.
Yeah.
But you get a team that barely made the playoffs get home field because their league won the All-Star game. And, I get the flip side too. You're trying to lend some credence and make the All-Star game mean something.
I tell you what, that home run derby is going to be stacked because Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is in that, and then you got Carlos Santana.
Yeah, man.
And that's going to be something.
That's going to knock. So what I want to do, so I wanted to kind of just put this out there because we know it's coming up in the end of June. I know next month a lot of schools are going to start practices and things like that for football coming up. We are actively working on the top 25 now.
Yes, we are.
And I'm looking and I'm doing my scouting and I'm looking at some and I'm like, man, this is going to be a hard one. To me, it's going to be a hard one. There will be some faces on the top 25 that have been on top 25 that were on the top 25 last year, and their seasons were just so good that they will be on the top 25 this year to start. Because their talent and the production is undeniable, and you can't leave them off the list. And I'm sure, and listen, in the scouting that I've been doing and looking at players and checking out stats, and we do everything, stats and the huddle videos and looking to see what they do. Look, there are teams out there who, if we wanted, could have three, 4 players on the list. But we only got 25 slots. So all of you guys can't be on there.
Right,
so just, understand that. There are certainly teams out there that could have 3, 4 young men on the list. And we recognize that. But all of y'all can't be on it. We'll do our best to get the best 25 players on there. Might be some sleepers on there. That might definitely happen. There's a couple off the top of my head right now. I'm not going to name any names. But there's a couple off the top of my head right now that I'm like, yeah, we could put them on there. Just looking at, the huddle video and things like that and production and how they, so there's a couple of players that could certainly make the list that have people like, wait a minute, huh? Who? From where? But that's the beauty of the list. The players get to dictate who's on it. And again, everybody, we can't have 5 players from one school on it. You know what I mean? Because we know there's a lot more. There's a lot of talent here and around Cleveland, Northeast Ohio. There's a lot of talent. And so we can't just be like, let's just go to throw a team out there, Menor, and have 6 players from Menor on a squad. Even if their production warrants it, we're trying to showcase all of the talent in Northeast Ohio. We're trying to showcase all of it. So I'm just saying, what I'm really saying is, if all of a sudden you get that follow from the Quad Brothers Sports Show, it could be, not a guarantee, but if you get that follow on Twitter from the Quad Brothers Sports Show or on Instagram or both, it could be that we've been looking and we've been taking a look and looking at your production, how you play, how you carry yourself, things like that. Things the most as well as we can see those 2 things. So you can get that notification that we started following you. Hey, might be, might not be. We might just say, oh man, we like the way this kid gets down, this young man gets down. We're gonna follow him because we like the way they get down. Could be that. Never know. So I just want to put that out there, man. We are actively working on top 25. I was actually up late last night, getting my scouting in and trying to find young men that we can put on this list and get it going. So we should hopefully be rolling that out here sometime in the near future. Get it out in time, obviously for week 1. And then we come on, we'll probably have, for week 1, we should have Coach Ribs who'll call into the show from former coach of Garfield Heights. And he's going to help do some of the picks for us, which is going to be phenomenal. So we'll have Coach Ribs in here doing that too. So, all right, man. So that's going to do it for us. We're going to go ahead and end for today. We want to thank you guys for joining us. Those of you who were watching, thank you for coming on and joining us. We appreciate it. We'll keep an eye on the NBA free agency. You do the same. We'll try to update as much as we can. And again, we are working on a top 25 for high school football. So be on the lookout for that as well. So, all right, that's going to do it for us. For Eli Robinson, for Reggie Logan, for Phil Rucker, my name is Kevin Hanley. This is the Quad Brothers Sports Show. We out here. We'll see you guys next week. Eli, what's the name of the song?
All right, name of the song is called Outlaw by 88 Beats. This is the Quad Brothers Sports Show on One Unit Media Network.
See y'all next week. Peace.